In my opinion, the best teams to rebuild in career mode are teams who were once competing for glory at home and in Europe, but who are now struggling in a lower division. Bearing that in mind, the first team suggestion is Derby County, who are currently in the English third tier, and if you wanted to use a real manager, former boss Frank Lampard is a good choice. However, Derby do have a very low starting transfer budget, so I do recommend using a small financial takeover. And also, with Derby being in the EFL League One, I do recommend using loose negotiations, as signing players in that division is quite tricky. Derby's best young player is the Irish centre-back Aaron Cashin, with a potential of 78. They also have a couple of star-head players including Hayden Roberts, Curtis Davis, James Chester, Conor Horahan, Nathaniel Mendez-Lang, striker David McGoldrick, and the Everton loanee Lewis Dobbin. As always, when using a lower division team, if you have one available, make full use of your homegrown talent, whether that be to build your squad around them or to sell to generate extra funds for your transfer budget. In my opinion, every career mode rebuild should include some youth academy players, and for Derby County, I suggest scouting in Northern Europe, in England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland and Wales. Just like in real life, look to loan in a couple of players from a higher division like the Premier League. Even when it says the player is unwilling to relocate, they will join on loan if they are on the loan list. And if the loan players prove to be a success, you could always attempt to sign them permanently next season, hopefully following promotion back to the Championship. Now, as previously mentioned, signing players when using a League One team can be quite challenging, as players from the higher leagues are more often than not unwilling to relocate. Now, there are two ways around this. The first is to focus on players who have a release clause, however, that clause is usually higher than their value. Alternatively, you can look to sign hidden gem wonder kids from outside of the top European leagues. So there you have all the tools to start a full rebuild with Derby County in League One. But if you'd rather try somewhere outside of the English football pyramid, back in the 1990s, Serie A was arguably the best league in Europe. And one of the success stories from that era was Parma, who are now in Serie B. And if you want to use a real manager, their former captain Fabio Cannavaro is the perfect option. Parma have a very healthy transfer budget of over 12.5 million, so there's no real need for a financial takeover. Parma's goalkeeper during the Cannavaro era was the now legendary Gigi Buffon, who is now back at the club as captain at 44 years of age. Parma also have a couple of star-head players, including the Spanish central midfielder Adrian Bernabé, the veteran Argentine central attacking midfielder Franco Vazquez, and finally the young Romanian wide player Denis Man. Should you have one, promote your homegrown talent straight through to the senior team, and if he's not quite first team ready, send him out on loan. All good rebuilds should include youth academy players, and for Parma, I recommend scouting in Italy, in France to find the next Lilian Thuram, and in Argentina to find the next Hernan Crespo and Juan Sebastian Veron. Now, regarding bringing in new signings, you could decide to go all realistic and look at some wonder kids from Serie A, including Inter's central attacking midfielder Carboni with a potential of 82. Empoli central midfielder only 19 years of age Fazzini with a potential of 81. Bologna centre-back 16 years of age at the start of career mode Wisdom Ame, potential of 81. Or you could decide to go all out Chelsea and sign a full new squad of either wonder kids or real face players. So whichever way you decide to rebuild, these two teams are the perfect choice to take back to their glory days. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to tune in next time, but until then, it's FCG out.